Hello, I'm Dr. Ferdina. Welcome to our Wellness Corner at One Made Incorporated. Yes, it's that time of the year not only for giving and receiving gifts, but to think about we're getting ready to go into a new year. So we have to reflect backwards so we can spring forward. As you think about your last year, think about holistically what areas did great in and areas you need to work on. Think about your spirit. What words of wisdom did you learn? What's some wisdom you learned from some things that didn't go so well for you last year? One thing. And what did you learn from it? Not looking at it as a failure or as a disaster or just was just terrible. Look at what you learned from that. So that as you spring forward into the new year, you don't take that with you. So think about your soul care. What emotions you notice yourself being more so in last year? And why? Were you sad? Maybe you lost a loved one. Were you going through frustration, aggravation, anxiety? What was causing you to be so anxious? And really, is it something that was in your control? What can you do if those issues you know are going to come up? You know it's going to be some challenges with finances coming up in the year coming forward. You know it might be some health challenges. So what can you do a little different? Maybe you can get a little bit more sleep. Maybe you can not take things so personally. If it's constructive criticism, keep it. If it's not, let it go. Maybe you have to watch what you eat, monitor what you're eating more so. Because sometimes the food we eat can cause us to be sad or overly energy if it's too much sugar or going through anxiety. What else is going on in your soul? What are your thoughts? What you've been thinking about? What is a thought that's been reoccurring in your mind? And is that thought building you up or is it tearing you down? Where did that thought come from? Because as you go into New Year's, you want to have a good counterattack to attack that where you don't stay in those thoughts that's just keeping you from moving forward to your destiny. Where did that thought come from? Is it something in your past? As right now, as we're going through with you, counseling you from your past. So as I can coach you through the future. So think about that. What thoughts are going on? Where did the thought come from? Is it internal or is it external? Is it something that's being pressed on you that you have no control over? Or is it something that you really do need to change? And your will. What are your desires? Is your will to move forward? Or is your will to stay in a depression? Is it your will to just allow people to just trample over you with their opinions, their thoughts, and what you think they think you should do? Or are you going to practice some self-control and finding that self-confidence in who you are by making your own decisions based on things that can help you to maintain a good health? Based decisions can help you maintain cash flow so you can get all your bills paid. What is your will that you're going to take from this year, even the year before that, into the new year? And as you get into your physical, what are you going to do with your body this year? Are you going to spend some more time staying healthy, not making those New Year's resolutions where you begin the year and by April you're too tired to keep going through because you overthought it or you added too much exercise and activities into your routine? What are you going to do different this year than you didn't do last year as far as your fitness level, as far as your strength endurance, as far as your flexibility and range of motion, as far as your eating habits? What is one thing you know that you need to let go of that you don't eat in the new year? And maybe you might take it step by step. You might not be able just to knock it off completely, but you might take some time. So as you think about your holistic balance coming forth from 2019 into 2020, into 21, going into 2022, what is something that you notice that you've been carrying forth every year that's caused you to go back every year? Think about that thought. As you move forward, springing forward, spring with the gift of movement according to your pace, your energy level, and spring forth knowing that whatever happened in 2019 and 2020, even in 2021, does not have to go forward into 2022. Take the time out to evaluate some things you know you need to let go, to accept some things you cannot change, and to change the things you can, and to move forward so you can have a beautiful, prosperous, healthy, holistic year. Merry Christmas, and your next year will be better than this year and the year before that. See you real soon. Please like, share, and subscribe.